keep the racing drivers taking camper vans onto the tracks. Here's Will Glenn.
Thanks very much. Well, look at this Volkswagen camper van. You'll probably be seeing a lot more of those on the roads over the coming summer holidays. These ones are brand new, but most of them will be about 30 or 40 years old. Top speed, maybe 55, 60 miles an hour. But can you imagine racing one of these at speeds well over 100 miles an hour? One man from Bristol does just that. More on him in a moment. To the camper vans then. And these things, well, they couldn't possibly do more than 100 miles an hour, could they? Well, a man from Bristol has been souping up old Volkswagens and taking them drag racing. Dan Buzzo's last van was as quick as a Ferrari. This weekend at an event in Bedfordshire, he's hoping his latest project could top 150 miles an hour.
This van rolled out of the factory in the 1960s. The makers would never have believed it would top 140 miles an hour. Dan Buzzo started racing for a bit of fun, but got sucked in.
It would do the quarter mile faster than Porsche 911s and Audi TTs and Boxsters and stuff like that, but with a bed and curtains in. And it was fantastic, but sadly it got to the point where it took over my life. So I sold it and got one of these.
One of these is a 1985 Volkswagen Transporter builder's van. Bought for £80, Dan stripped it to a minimum and rebuilt the engine to make it much, much faster.
We're going to drag race on a quarter mile and everything's timed in how many seconds. We're hoping that we're going to run low 14-second runs, which is a bit faster than a Ferrari.
To make sure he gets the most out of the poor van, Dan's brought it to a specialist race car tuner in Tweaksbury. They have a machine called a dynamometer. You strap a car down on it, then run it to full speed, and a computer studies the performance. When the van's on, it needs a bit of tweaking.
Dan made about 60 brake horsepower at the wheels without the turbo kit fitted, and we would hope to have 120 at the wheels by the time we finish tonight, and we'll get there.
And they're confident when the van hits the start line for the big weekend, it'll be ready.
Everything's been gearing up to this, 35,000 people there, and I want to turn up, be able to roll down, get lined up and run the numbers just straight down in this builder's van. So fingers crossed, we're going to make it happen.
And if it all does go bang, well, Dan says he'll just start over again. But watch your rear view mirror this weekend.
Well, Dan let me drive that van and I can tell you it was very quick indeed. Well, that's the sport. Back to you.